Hey guys, Alex here, doing a review for WWE's Elimination Chamber 2012. Jimmy just got over here. All in all, it was a good show, a decent show leading into WrestleMania. Did everything it was supposed to do, so not much more to say about that. Let me get into this. For the first match was shockingly the Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship. I figured this match was going to go on last. Shocker. It was CM Punk, Chris Jericho, Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, Miz, and Dolph Ziggler. And started out with CM Punk, Kofi Kingston had a nice back and forth action to it. They showed pretty good stuff here. Ziggler got in next, did some pretty good stuff. Ziggler took a lot of bumps onto the outside of the chamber, and I was just like, man, he's gonna get his back really sore tomorrow. But he sold like a champ. R-Truth was in for a little bit, got eliminated pretty quickly actually. Kind of a shame too. I wanted to see what he would do, but maybe they were still worried about his back or whatever from a few weeks ago on Raw being sore. Then we had Miz join in there, and he did alright. Jericho was next. And all in all, it was pretty good. Like a lot of good back and forth action, a lot of good spots here. Kingston really shined here. Ziggler did really good. Punk was great. Jericho was good. You know, everyone really did a great job. I think everyone held their weight well. They set up nicely for the Jericho Punk match, which is going to take place at Mania, because CM Punk basically eliminated Kingston, like threw him out the door of the cell or chamber match, and CM Punk kicked Jericho. Jericho fell through the door, got knocked unconscious, and had to be taken out of the match. And so that sets up nicely. Jericho can claim like, oh, I wasn't eliminated by I deserve a match, which I like more than Jericho getting the belt for a month and then CM Punk winning it back. It makes the title more prestigious and stops the hot-shotting the belt to another person for only a month. So I like that more. And they had a nice false finish, like the Miz caught Jericho or Punk when he was going for the flying clothesline, got him with the skull crush. I'm like, oh my god, Miz is gonna win, and CM Punk ended up winning. I thought that Jericho was gonna pop up, do a code breaker, and win, like faking the injury, but they didn't do that. I'm kind of glad too. I like I said, I don't think Jericho should win the belt because you don't want to just give it to him for a month and then give it right back to Punk in Mania. So smart move, I think. All in all, I give this match 4 1/4. Really, really fun. A lot of excitement. Actually, this was the best match on the pay-per-view. So that'll tell you something. Then you kind of had a pointless 7 with Johnny Ace and Alberto coming back, Christian coming back, Mark Henry showing up. Pointless. Should have been just on Raw. Really no point to it at all. But they're teasing that like Teddy Long or John Laurinaitis is going to take over both Raw and SmackDown. I'm betting that there will be a Mania match where John Laurinaitis picks a representative, Teddy Long picks a representative, and they both fight at Mania, and the winning guy has his person take over both brands. So maybe that might be nice depending on who's the person in the match. Then we had Tamina Snuka versus Beth Phoenix. This was pretty good. Decent women's match. Got a little bit of time. Not too bad of spots here. I did like the fact that they built up for weeks that Tamina's always winning with the Superfly Splash. Really building up as that's a finishing move that no one kicks out of. And then Beth Phoenix mentions the kick out of it, showing oh wow, she's so powerful that she can kick out of the finishing move. And so that had a nice little bit of story to it. Beth win, 2 stars. It was pretty decent, not too bad. Then shockingly, we had the World Heavyweight Title Elimination Chamber match with Daniel Bryan, Big Show, Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, the Great Khali, unfortunately, and Santino Marella. And throughout the night, they were showing Santino Marella doing these training montages like Rocky, which was kind of funny, I thought. It would have been better if they were in Philadelphia, where Rocky's actually from, but whatever, it worked. This match was pretty slow to start. Big Show and Wade Barrett started it, actually, and it picked up a little bit when Rhodes got in, picked up a little bit when Santino got in. Khali came in for a little bit, did his whole usual spots, the chop to the head, the double choke slam, and then Big Show speared him, took him out of the match in less than a minute, I think. And it's like, thank God, now we can get to some real good wrestling. And Big Show really had a good story going in the match, where he just wanted to get his hands on Daniel Bryan. So he actually broke into the cage to get him. He broke through the top and jumped down. It was pretty cool actually, and just beat the hell out of Daniel Bryan when he's in the cage. So that was kind of cool. I thought it added a little bit of a story to it, and took him out. Big Show got eliminated shockingly, not by Daniel Bryan, which I was kind of looking for. I thought that would have been a better way to do it, but whatever. Cody, Wade, and Santino and Daniel all had a nice little thing real fast. Then Rhodes got eliminated. Wade Barrett had nice little spots with Daniel Bryan before getting eliminated too. And it came down to Santino Marella and Daniel Bryan. And Santino was over like a motherfucker in this match. Like, the crowd was chanting Santino most of the match, and it's kind of shocking that, and kind of disappointing that the most over guy in a match is Santino Marella. You know, that just kind of shows the lack of talent that WWE has and the lack of that they're over with, and that's pretty bad. But whatever, it worked. So they had a nice little back and forth contest, actually, not too bad. Santino got the Cobra, and I was like, oh my god, they're going to let Santino Marella win. And it's like, he kicked out, I was like, thank you, God. Right into the bell lock. Santino tried to fight it off, you know, really playing up the crowd, and then he tapped out, and just, that is a perfect way to build up Daniel Bryan going into Romania. Give him some extra heat, because he beat the crowd favorite, Santino Marella. I liked it. I'll give it 3 3/4. Maybe I'm overrating it a little bit, but I really liked the ending. I thought the ending had a lot of drama, and actually played up the idea that Daniel Bryan could actually lose. So, pretty good. And I understand why they had this one go on last, because they fucked up a pod that Daniel Bryan was in. Like, he went through the bulletproof glass, went through the cell, so that, I guess it makes sense. Whatever, I'll deal with it. Then we had a impromptu match, Jack Swagger versus Justin Gabriel for the United States title, thrown together for no good reason, basically just to waste time. It was short, it was simple, and kind of pointless. I'll give it 2 just because it was watchable. Kind of disappointed that Justin Gabriel didn't do the 450 on a pay-per-view. Would have been nice, you know, get the crowd behind him a little bit more. But whatever. I guess they just didn't want to waste time and make their champion look bad, I guess. I'll deal with it, I guess. Then we had the worst match of the night, which was John Cena versus Kane in an ambulance match. Good God, was this match bad. I don't like to harp on bad matches that much, but this match was boring. I was having more fun talking to my friends about how bad the match was than actually sitting there watching the match. Nothing happened in the match. Nothing happened in the entire match. There was a very shitty looking chokeslam through a table. John Cena barely got lifted up. I don't know what happened. The nice little spot off the ambulance where Cena added to adjustment into nothing, it looked like. There's like a black box, like a little side area that was there. They didn't even show the impact of Kane falling into it, probably because it was so shitty. And just went on. It was boring. It was boring. I would venture to say that this match was worse than the one they had at Royal Rumble. And the Royal Rumble match was a 2-star match, in my opinion. So this match was bad. I give it 1.5 stars for the finishing spot, and that's about it. This match was boring. Wasted time. Shouldn't have been the end match, but whatever. Everything else up until this point was pretty watchable, but this match was boring. I would skip right through it if I were you, if you ever watched this show. No point in this show being this one being the main event, especially because there's no real payoff. No one interfered. There was no like big segment at the end where like The Rock or someone or Zack Ryder interfered. Nothing. No one interfered. It's just like, well, what's the point of this match being the main event then? What's the purpose? Is it to remind everyone that, oh, Cena's going to WrestleMania to face The Rock? Yeah, we all know that. We already know that. They've been talking about it for a year. They've been hyping up with those stupid video packages on Raw all the time, wasting time. You don't need to remind us. We know. Okay, you want to remind us, have The Rock actually show up on the show and remind us in person. That'd be more entertaining. All in all, it was good though. Like I said, before the main event, it was all fun. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, just on the strength of the 2 chamber matches and the watchable matches. Otherwise, don't watch the ambulance match unless you want to be bored out of your mind. That's it for now. I will be doing a WrestleMania series, like reviewing a bunch of WrestleManias leading up to WrestleMania 28. So look for that, and take care. Bye.